Welcome back, everyone. So in this episode, what we're going to do is explore the next part of our broader exploration of how does acupuncture work, and specifically, how does it work with an experience of pain, both in the physical body, in our emotional body, in our minds, and in our lives, as well as how does acupuncture work to help us transform our experience of illness. So now we'll explore number 4, which is helping us to continue to understand more deeply, how does acupuncture help my pain go away? How does it help my life get better? And how does it help my illnesses begin to resolve? Now, many of you, if you're watching this because you're already in pain or you're aware of certain symptoms, you have actually achieved an important place in the process of healing, which is becoming what's called symptom aware. Symptom aware means that I am conscious that there are things in my life or things in my body that are something's off, something's not right. There's the system is indicating to me that something is wrong, and I have enough awareness that I am reading that signal clearly. I may not understand what it's pointing to yet, but I'm also not completely unconscious where everyone else says, dude, you don't look so good. You know, are you okay? Are you feeling all right? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine. And everyone else is giving you the feedback, yeah, I don't think you're fine. That would be an example of being completely unconscious. But if you know that something is wrong, you've actually achieved an essential step towards healing. But now what? The next step of understanding how to walk the path toward healing is to go from the sense of being aware of symptoms to then becoming aware of what triggers those symptoms. Oh, well, gosh, I get neck pain every time I get that stressful phone call from my boss. Oh, well, every time I eat a pizza with cheese and gluten, it seems like I get achy joints. So now I start becoming trigger aware. But the next part is one of the most crucial dimensions of what is required to be able to heal our illnesses, our pain, and the struggles that we're having in our lives. And that is moving from trigger aware to pattern aware. What are the patterns that are underneath that are leading to these experiences of disease, these experiences of unwellness, these experiences of pain? This is exactly what your acupuncturist has trained. They have trained how to discover the underlying physiological patterns, the underlying patterns of mind that are causing you distress. And that's different acupuncturists will have different ways of doing this. Some will listen to the pulse and look at the tongue and listen to your signs and symptoms. Others will use different techniques and tools to be able to essentially listen underneath what you are saying, to begin hearing the patterns of distress in the system. By identifying these underlying patterns, it then allows us to choose which acupuncture points we're going to use to be able to open that process so that it can go from an unconscious pattern to a conscious pattern to a pattern that then can be resolved, both through the placement of acupuncture points and needles, and also through inviting you to change your life in specific ways. So we're able to look at those patterns, look at the way you're living your life, and help you discover new ways to live your life so that some of those patterns can be changed, adjusted, to support your body's own capacity to come to a place of healthy sense of well-being, resolving disease processes, and becoming pain-free. So what is something that you can do around this step right now? So what you can do is begin by exploring what's one of the main symptoms that's driving me crazy. That will just allow you to become even more symptom aware in the moment here. And the next thing that you can do is ask yourself, what triggers this? What makes it worse? What makes it better? What doesn't seem to affect it at all? The time of day, what you eat, how your stress levels, how you think, how you feel, how you move. What makes it better? What makes it worse? And then what I'd like to invite you to do is to simply shift how you're orienting to this symptom. Rather than orienting to it as, this is terrible, I hate it, I want to do whatever I can to get rid of it, I just want to invite you to shift that, even just momentarily. I'm not saying forever, but just for a brief period of time at the very least, bring curiosity. Start to wonder, what is this trying to tell me? What is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to teach me in my life? What might this be about? Now, what I'm not asking you to do is come up with a clear understanding of the entire pattern. I'm simply just asking you to bring curiosity to your current experience. It's your acupuncturist practitioner that can help sort this out more fully with you, so that you can be with someone who's trained to understand patterns to help you identify that more clearly. So I'm not asking you to all of a sudden be able to do all of that, but there is something magical about bringing curiosity to something that we have previously been doing everything we can to just get rid of. And I understand being in pain, having illnesses that are really terrible, of course you just want to get rid of it. I totally get it. But in the process of healing it, usually we have to turn towards it and become curious about it so that we can learn about what it's trying to tell us. Sometimes that discovery opens an entire world of possibility around how we can approach our lives, the way we think and the way we feel, the way we are in the world in a different way. And doing that can then begin to create an environment where we are feeling more well, more free, and living with less pain.